Welcome to Philippine-Canadian Enquirer's Daily News Roundup, brought to you by CanadianEnquirer.net, your only Filipino-Canadian daily news portal. I'm Rona Echo, and here are stories making headlines today. Robredo strongly opposes incumbents' term extension and no election in 2019. Extending terms of incumbent officials and canceling elections next year as part of the transition of the government's shift to federalism are scenarios that do not sit right with Vice President Leni Robredo. Reacting to various claims that these could happen, Robredo expressed disapproval, saying that it would be better to ratify a law that would extend the term of the newly elected officials rather those who've seated in position. Quote, "A lot of questions has been surfacing already on why there will be an extension of term. If we will benefit with this, it's like a self-serving. We like to extend our term, that's why we will pass a proposal or a law to lengthen our contract with a Filipino. Where is the justice there?" Unquote. Robredo said in her weekly radio show, Biser Bisyong Leni, quote, "It should not be for self-interest, because if it's going to be us who will reap the benefits, our countrymen will always have doubts on why it is being pushed through. It's like we only want to extend the power that has been given to us," unquote, she added. Furthermore, Robredo said she disagrees with the idea of canceling 2019 elections, as this is the very foundation of a democratic country, adding that it would be very undemocratic to take away the Filipinos' right to vote. Quote, "I strongly oppose with this no election scenario because elections are the very crux in our democracy. This is the only time wherein the ordinary Filipinos can participate in the process of choosing the officials that they want to lead them," unquote, Robredo said. Dela Rosa shrugs off inclusion to potential senatorial bets. After his inclusion in the survey of the possible running senatorial candidates next year, Philippine National Police Chief Director General Ronald Bato Dela Rosa was thankful but said he is not soaked into the idea yet. Quote, "Let us not expect on that. It is okay to be included. We should be thankful that we are being considered, but I won't take that very seriously. For now, I will just focus on my work," unquote, Dela Rosa told reporters on Monday. He also explained that if he would announce that he is running for a position in the Senate, all his decisions would be seen by the public as apolitical, a move he is not keen to as it will ruin his strategy. He maintained that his attention is wholly directed to helping President Rodrigo Duterte in implementing the reforms he needs to institute. According to the results of the survey conducted by polling and strategic firm Lalo Research Strategies, last November 11 to 19, 2017, Dela Rosa ranked 12th in the possible senatorial bets. However, in a more recent survey conducted by social weather stations on December 8 to 17 last year, the PNP chief did not make it to the top 12. Lacson lambasts Alvarez over slow Senate remark. Senator Panfilo Lacson defended the Senate against the criticisms thrown by House Speaker Pantaleon Alvarez, who said that the upper chamber renders its tasks, especially in lawmaking, at such a slow pace. The Speaker's assault against the Senate was at the very least uncalled for and smacks of unparliamentary conduct, Lacson said in a text message. He pointed out the independence of the Senate and their principle to never allow anyone to influence their decisions, not even those who play bigger roles in the government. Quote, "The Senate works differently from the House in that we think and act more independently as individual members. Nobody, not the Senate President and even the President of the Republic, can dictate on us," unquote, Lacson said. This is not the first time that Alvarez was criticized for demeaning the performance of the Senate and comparing it to the accomplishments of the House of Representatives. He also took a swipe from Pimentel and Senator Franklin Drilon earlier. That wraps up our news here on PCI Daily News Roundup. Thank you for joining us. For more news stories, visit our website at www.canadianenquirer.net.